Today we're making homemade meatballs, orange chicken meatballs. This one is really going to take your holiday party to the next level. Let's get started. All right, our ingredients, we're going to use 2 pounds of ground chicken. We've got some scallions. We're going to be using the Panda Express orange sauce for our glaze. We have a couple eggs, some sriracha, soy sauce, a little sesame oil, granulated garlic, granulated onion, and black pepper. I'm also going to use some chili sauce in the sauce or in the glaze as well. Let's go ahead and get me. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and get my scallions cut up. I'm going to use the whites and the green top parts of my scallion. And I do want to chop these scallions pretty thin. Again, these are meatballs, so you don't want huge bits in your meatballs there. And you can add as little or as much scallion as you like. I like the oniony flavor. Alrighty. Add the rest of that. Alright. So we got our scallion. And we're just going to throw that in the bowl. All right. We're going to go ahead and crack our eggs. Get that on in there. This is a great recipe. If you want to have like a little Asian inspired dinner, you can do that with it, because when I make it, I'm probably going to just make some rice and broccoli, and that'll be our dinner for the day. But you could also make it for your holiday party or whatever, and this will be a hit at the party. So we're also going to add in a little bit of sesame oil. You just want to get a little bit of that flavor, but you don't want to go super heavy-handed with this stuff. This stuff is super powerful. We're going to go with a nice big portion of soy. That's going to be our salt in our meatloaf. And it's going to help keep the chicken moist. You know, this ground chicken is very lean, so when you're making meatballs, they have a tendency to be dry if you overcook them. When we cook them, we're going to make sure that we cook them to exactly 165, not too much more, because we don't want to overcook them and dry them out. I went with about 1/4 cup of sriracha there, about 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and then just a dash of our sesame oil. We're going to add in our granulated garlic. And then if you season your food normally at home, you kind of have a gauge of how much garlic and onion or whatever you like to use. Just use that, because quite naturally you cannot taste this. So, and as far as a binder other than the eggs, I'm also going to be using a little bit of oatmeal, quick oats. You could use panko or crackers if you want, or Italian breadcrumbs. But the one thing about some of those other binders, they have a tendency to also make your chicken dry. So the quick oats, it's a little bit better as far as keeping your chicken moist, because we all know oatmeal is it's kind of slimy. So when you put a little bit of quick oats in there as your binder, it kind of helps with keeping it moist as well. So we're just going to put in a few to start, and I'm gonna get a glove and we're going to mix it up, and we're going to see how we got our glove, and go ahead and get in there and give it a good mix. Make sure you get everything incorporated really well, your scallions and your oatmeal, your seasonings. Your ground chicken is a little different from ground beef, so it tends to be a little softer, and you may have to add in a little bit more binder in order to get your meatballs or whatever to stick. But one thing to see is, being so lean, it's a healthier dish as well. Now, if you didn't want to add in make them orange chicken, because quite naturally that has some sugar and stuff involved. But it's going to be really, really good. So, okay, it's looking good right now. You can see the color on that turkey from the soy sauce and the sriracha that we put in there. But I am going to add a little bit more oatmeal into it, just to make sure that the meat is going to be able to be made into meatballs. So, put a little bit more in there. And no, you cannot taste the oatmeal when you use it as a binder. You can use it in regular oatmeal or meatloaf as well. And again, you will not taste it at all. So, all right, so once we got our meatloaf mixed up, we're gonna put it in the fridge and let it sit in the fridge again for maybe 30 minutes or so. You kind of want this pipe super cold before you get ready to make your meatballs or whatever, the way that you can form them better. So we're gonna put this back in the fridge for about 30 minutes or so. Then when we form those meatballs, we'll bring you guys back in and go from there. Stick around. I have a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make our meatballs about the size of a golf ball, maybe a hair under that. Or like the size of the meatballs you buy if you buy them in a bag. Roughly around that size. We're just gonna roll them up and then put them on our sheet here. I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. That's what we're gonna cook them at. We're gonna cook them at that temperature because we wanna get them done. We don't wanna have them in there forever, one. We want a good color on them as well. So 400 degrees is about the right temperature for that. And again, just about the size of a golf ball. So maybe a shade under, but about a golf ball size. All right. You can see how well they're formed up. We've got that sriracha, that soy sauce, our granulated onion and garlic, our scallion, black pepper, and then oatmeal is our binder, and it's sticking together really well. So let me go ahead on and finish getting these rolled up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven again. It's a 400-degree oven. We're gonna let them go for about 30 to 40 minutes. I'll check them, let you guys see the progress when it's time. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so for our glaze, we're using this Panda Express orange chicken sauce, and we're using this chili crunch sauce by Heinz. It's like a red pepper sauce. It has a really, really nice flavor, but it also packs some heat. So this it's gonna add some nice spice to this orange chicken glaze, which is normally sweet. All right, guys, and here are our meatballs. We let those bad boys go for 35 minutes. They did reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees, so that's perfect. And you can see how they're formed nice and beautifully. They have nice color on them. And so what we're going to do now, we're just going to add them to a bowl, and we're going to incorporate our glaze with them. Now, if you wanted to use, from here, you could pretty much put whatever kind of sauce on them if you wanted. If you want to do the traditional barbecue sauce, you could use marinara. But we're using this orange chicken glaze. It's a little bit different variation, and it's really good, again, for holidays or for just your meal at home. So once you get that glaze into your bowl, you're just going to go ahead and begin to incorporate that all over your meatballs. Move it around real well. Let it coat every meatball that you can. Then we're going to put them in a nice serving dish and plate it up this way. We're also going to top these bad boys with some more scallion and some everything but the bagel seasoning for our garnish and a little bit of extra flavor. Now, we are serving these tonight with broccoli and some rice. But again, you can have them with whatever you want. You could go ahead and add toothpicks to them and serve them as appetizers at a party. You could put them over rice like we're doing. You could use them and make a sandwich with them, whatever you really wanted to do. But they're really, really good. They have a nice little spice to them. They have that orange chicken glaze, sweet, sticky, spicy. It's just really good all around. And just look how they look. So again, we're going to go ahead and top them with some scallion. And some of that everything but the bagel seasoning. It has your poppy seeds on there, your sesame seeds on there, and then your seasoning. So this is a really, really good garnish to add a little flavor, but also make your dish look really nice. And there you have it, guys. So I'm going to plate up the way we served it for dinner tonight. Just kind of bust open one of the meatballs and let you see how it looks on the inside. That's our plate. Some white jasmine rice, steamed broccoli, our chicken meatball, nice and moist on the inside, tender. You can see the scallion on the inside and some of the seasonings. It's really good stuff, guys. Really good. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Give this one a shot for your holiday parties. Let me know what you think. Make sure to leave some comments down below. Share the video out if you can. Till the next time, God bless you. We'll see you around. Happy holidays.